Hello, everyone. Today is our final day on the series, Bible study series on health. Remember the definition of health? Health is defined as the state, don't forget you underline the word complete, physical, mental, and social well-being, and not just the absence of disease. Today I'm talking about the negative effect of alcohol on health. Alcohol most commonly refers to ethanol, ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol is the intoxicating ingredient found in beer, wine, and liquor. They contain that same thing. Ethyl alcohol is intoxicating. I mean, when you take it, you feel good. You feel cool. If you are going through a lot of problems, it's like they have disappeared. In chemistry, it's a broad term for any organic compound containing a hydroxyl group, OH, attached to a carbon atom. It also describes industrial or medical solvents like isopropyl alcohol. So alcohol is intoxicating, but deadly. It's found in drinks like beer, wine, whiskeys, brandy. All these kind of drinks contain ethanol, alcohol. They have different effects. Let's talk first of all about the short-term effects. The short-term effects. First of all, when you take alcohol, you are intoxicated. Life is good. You just have it has this lovely feeling. Meanwhile, you might be in the depth of challenges, but alcohol deadens all those things. You just feel good. Life is good. You just have this false feeling of good. You're intoxicated. Impaired judgment. That is, haven't you heard many times of drunk men falling inside the gutter? Because alcohol gives you impaired judgment. They won't see it as gutter, they will see it at the background. It can even make you walk inside fire. You don't see it as fire, you see it as ice block. So alcohol gives impaired judgment. That's why you see they can cross the road. Don't you understand? Impaired judgment. They are not seeing things realistically. They are just seeing things anyhow. That's why you see, do you know how many drunk men they've carried from the gutter? They didn't see gutter. They saw it as ground, normal ground. That's one of the bad short-term effects of alcohol. There's slower reaction times. Let's say a drunk man, intoxicated man is crossing the road. He will just be crossing like this. Meanwhile, there's a car speeding. Your normal senses, you run. In fact, you sprint. But you see, when you are under the effect of alcohol, you have a slower reaction time. They will still be walking like meanwhile, so the car just comes, carries them and throws them away. Because they have a slower reaction time when you're under the influence of alcohol. First of all, impaired judgment. That's what the drunk man doesn't know he's falling into the gutter. That's not what he's saying. He's seeing background. So the first short-term effect of alcohol is impaired judgment. That is, your judgment is not the way it's supposed to be. Slow reaction time. If it was you will run. You will fight, you will sprint, you will jump. But they will still be crossing the road, Poor balance. That's where they fall. Many wives that have husbands that drink alcohol, they have to come and call them, come and carry your husband, you don't fall outside. Poor balance. Lower the inhibitions. Then alcohol causes short-term physical illnesses like nausea. They start vomiting. Have you not seen drunk men vomiting? They start vomiting. They start vomiting. Nausea. Vomit. They vomit and vomit and vomit and vomit. Then because they vomited so much, they've lost a lot of fluid. We call it dehydration. They vomited, they vomit, they nearly even vomit the intestine outside. They lose a lot of fluids, dehydration. Then they have hangovers. So when they come out of the effect of alcohol, they can be depressed. We call it hangover. They might just be depressed. They go. That's after the effects of the alcohol, is over. Because when it's there, they're intoxicated, they're happy, they can be dancing. But after everything, and they come back to themselves, you can just depression. Now, acute dangers, those were short-term effects. What are the acute dangers of alcohol? Poisoning. There's something called alcoholic poisoning. They die. You take it to a point, they are poisoned. And they slump and die. Blackout. Some go unconscious. Your husband don't fall outside, or the woman runs outside. Honey, she's shaking, he's not waking up. He's blackouts. It's not a coma, but he's not waking up. Then they fall a lot, so they can sustain injuries. Your husband has fallen outside again. Oh, madam, go carry your husband, he don't fall outside. By the time, because he fell in the gutter, or he fell on some can, or broken bottles, those ones have pierced him, he might be bleeding. Or he fell with the lip cut, so they sustain a lot of injuries from falls. And woe betide them if they enter the car and drive. Because they have impaired judgment. A car is close by, but they don't see it as close, they will see it as far. They see things opposite. So they usually have vehicle crashes. He might think he's driving into the road, but he's driving into a building. You get it? Because under the effect of it, because you have impaired judgment, you are not rational, your brain is not working well. So he might be turning, speeding, thinking that he's entering a road, but he's driving into a building. So they have these terrible vehicle crashes. And of course, sicknesses like liver cirrhosis. I tell you medically, as at now, we don't have a cure for liver cirrhosis. The person eventually dies. We can only manage medically, we can only manage it for some time to make you live. But after some time, the stomach swells. You see them with their stomach as big as large as this. It affects their kidneys. They can't really pee. They have to be going for dialysis. Just different complications, and they finally pass. That is, they die. Many people assume that the occasional beer or glass of wine at meal times or special occasions doesn't pose much cause for concern. That's what I was talking about. That if you put your finger once a month in the candlestick, candle fire, for 5 minutes, it will still burn. And the person that does it every day will still burn. That you're putting it once a month doesn't mean it will still have the same effect. That's what I'm saying here. Some believe that the occasional drinking doesn't cause much concern. But no. Drinking any amount of alcohol potentially leads to unwanted health consequences eventually. It might take you a longer time to have the liver cirrhosis compared to somebody that takes the alcohol every day, but you will eventually have it. That's what I'm saying here. So, any amount you drink, either once in a while, occasional, every day, eventually, it's just that those that do it occasionally will have a longer time to get there. But all of them gets to that point where they develop the liver cirrhosis, affects their kidneys, and die. Those that drink every day, it might maybe takes them maybe 3 years' time they'll be dead. Then the occasional drinker maybe 7 years. But the point is, eventually, the occasional drinker and the everyday drinker eventually will end up the same way. They don't live long. Like I said there, those that drink heavily will notice health effects sooner because they drink it heavily. But then, alcohol still poses risks for people that drink in moderation. That's what I'm saying. It's just that their own will be longer time compared to those that take it every day. But eventually, they will still die from it. And you need to Google it. Liver cirrhosis. It's a terrible sickness. Liver, L-I-V-E-R. Google it. Cirrhosis is C-I-R. Cirrho, H-O-S-I-S. Liver cirrhosis is a deadly sickness. Not caused by demons or the witch in your mother's family. By alcohol. Alcohol, beer, brandy, whiskey, sapling water, ogogoro. Now, what are the physical health risks? Like I've been saying, liver damage. We call it liver cirrhosis. What is it? What is liver cirrhosis? It scars. It's like maybe you have an injury and it heals. Your skin will not be like this. You have a scar. What do you hear? That's 2 years ago, I injured the scar. That's what cirrhosis is. Scars will form on your liver. That's liver cirrhosis. Google it. It scars on the liver. And it leads to liver failure. Your liver eventually stops working. It affects your kidneys. That's the end. Even heart problems. Drinking a lot of alcohol also gives you hypertension. Eventually. Not just diabetes. Eventually. It raises your blood pressure. 2. When it's too much. Just like bad fats. And it leads to stroke. Cancer. Did you hear what I said? Cancer. Cancers are sicknesses that it doesn't matter how rich you are, they can clear your finances in a year. Millions. Tens of millions. And it is not as if you are healed, just to make you live longer. Why bother? Why will I dig my own grave? All is a known cause of cancers of the mouth, the throat, the liver, and the breast. Alcohol usually attacks those with cancers. The breast for a woman, the liver, the throat, cancer of the throat, and the mouth. Alcohol also causes brain harm, can affect your brain. Memory loss, we call it amnesia. Person starts forgetting things very fast. After some time, the person maybe he grows up, maybe 90, 60, 70, the children have left the house. One day, one of the children can come. Daddy, well done, sir. Say, who are you? Doesn't know who the person is. You can't recognize this child. Alcohol does it. Eventually. Leads to memory loss. Stomach pain. It causes ulcers. It pills your stomach. That's ulcer. So there are sores inside your stomach. Causes ulcers. Then the long-term health risks: chronic liver disease, cirrhosis, like I said, higher chances of developing breast cancers, liver cancers, throat cancers, mental and neurological issues, memory loss, like I said, permanent brain damages, depression, anxiety, and finally, addiction. You can't do without it. You must drink. That's the worst part. You become addicted. You can't do without drinking. It's like, this is poison. You know it. But you can't stop it. No, you can't. In your own strength and power, you can't. You're addicted. That's addiction. You've lost control. You know it's killing you, that I'm taking poison. But you see, you drink it. And that takes therapy. You will need therapy to get you out of it. So the question I want to ask you, is it worth it? You know, when you go to the market, you really want to buy this. I mean, you want it. But then when you price it, you can't afford it. You don't have the money. You have 2,000 naira. They tell you it's 10,000. You don't have the money. What will you do? You walk away. You can't afford it. And when it comes to alcohol and all these things, price it in the market of life. Can you afford it? Eventually, when the diseases are developed, do you have the money to treat yourself? I saw a testimony recently in a church program on air of a lady that had terrible asthma and had to be on oxygen every day. It cost 60,000 per day. A day. Ask yourself, if it was you, will you even survive? Can you afford 2 days of it? And for 7 years, she was on it. They must have been millionaires, but I'm sure now they might have been poor. Because if you do mathematics, very easy. A year is 365 days. Multiply 365 times 7 years. They multiply by 60,000. I think if I remember very well, if I want to do that now, my calculator is not here, which I used. If we multiply, let's first do it this way. Let's multiply 70 times. 7 years times first of all times the 60,000. That's 420. Then multiply 420,000. Times 365. 420. It's about 153 million. 153 million. Do you have it? That's how these sicknesses are. So you go to the market of life, think about it. Can I afford it? No. Walk away from alcohol. Walk away from it. Just like in the market, you go somewhere, you can't afford it, you don't have the money to buy that thing. You don't need to start begging the person. Because you didn't even buy it the way you want. You believe it 2,000. Somebody selling something 10,000 could not have even bought it the 2,000 with you. The person can sell it to you. So you walk away. In the same way in life, you look at the costs of all these things, these kind of sicknesses. Can I afford it? I can't. Then walk away. I pray for you. No, I know, I'm a pastor too, so I want to end up this series in prayer. That for everyone under the addiction to alcohol and all these evil things, that the power of the highest will destroy that addiction in your life. In the name of Jesus Christ. That yoke of addiction in your life, alcohol, nicotine, whatever it is, that will cost your life, will be totally destroyed in the name of Jesus. And if you look at it very well, I just put up on the screen right there. Remember last week I talked of the supplements? I was going to show them to you. You can see omega-3, vitamin E, and D. They are there. You need them. Buy them. Remember I said it. Particularly when you're over 50, some to 60. Buy those supplements I just put on the screen just now. And I want to share this with you. Because we're a church. It costs money for us to do all these productions. Go on air, post it up on TikTok and everywhere. Because we have a burden for the rate at which people are dying. Ignorance, they are not aware of all this. It takes money to do these productions. So join with us, link up with us. You can send your offering that just a financial support so that you will continue to bring out this kind of process to save our lives, then you see our account number on the screen. Send your financial support to us for your own good. God bless you.